Overwatch 2 tier list on how fun I find each hero / character. It's subjective, it's an opinion. This is just what I find feels fun to play, like really satisfying gameplay loops. You're going to be different because you're a different person, but leave a comment, tell me what you think, tell me what your order is, like do what I'm doing, but just do it in the comments. So let's crack on. So I was going to go in order, but then I thought I'm just going to pick the one that I'm absolutely loving at the minute. So I've played a little bit of Overwatch 2, like 10 hours or so. The ranked, we played like 3 or 4 hours of it, and it's feeling fresh. I'm loving the 5v5 game mode. Like it feels so much better than Overwatch 1. Like the CC's gone with the 2 less bodies on the pitch. Like it's just feels great. So Zarya is just gonna go straight here. As soon as I played it, I was like, oh my god, you can do double bubble on yourself. So immediately at the start of the fight, you can get 80 energy, and it's like, boom, I'm in melt mode, like straight away. In the past, you had to rely on like a teammate to get like 40 charge for you, and you to get 40 charge in order to have that great start. But now I can just like stand in the way, get immediately 80 charge, and just melt everyone that comes at me. Like I'm doing like double damage than the DPS. Like I can if I've got 2 average DPS, I can like out DPS both of them by the end of the game. Like I survive as long as I've got a good support like backing me. I can just laser beam people forever. Like I can't die because I've got so much health and shield. If I'm getting pocketed by the supports, like I'll just melt everyone. If it's a Genji diva, like disgusting. So then I've also played Roadhog in ranked. His pick potential is just, he's always going to be S tier for me. Like if he stayed exactly the same coming into Overwatch 1, he'd still be S tier in my eyes. So the fact that he's got an extra 100 health and like he gives less ult charge now, well, all tanks do in general, like boom, he's awesome. Like that hook combo where you right click, hook them, left click them, punch them, like you can one hit Reaper, the tank killer. It's just, it's insane. So he'll always be good for his pick potential. It depends on if you can land your hooks, depends on if you can land get your charge and laser beam people. So all of these heroes, like you can't really make, I mean, I guess you can, but I feel like you can't make this hero is the best, because at the end of the day, it's the player behind the hero. You're either going to make plays and win the game, or you're going to feed. So all of these have potential to be S tier. So if you're looking for like which hero is the best, like they can all carry. It just depends on how lucky you are, how good the game went, how good your team is. Like there's so many variables that you can play all of these at a high level and do fine. So who else have I been playing that's really enjoyable? I'll start with these newer ones. Soujourn, amazing. She's just so fun to play. She reminds me of Unreal Tournament, like Instagibbing. So she's just, her right click when you fully charged it up and you just hit that headshot like across the map. It's so satisfying. You can do like Widow hook shots where you slide, jump into the air, boom, pop someone in the head over like a wall, and then just land back behind your team. So satisfying to play. Her ult is actually insane. I feel like it's going to get the Genji treatment where when Genji first came out in Overwatch 1, his sword went on for ages, and over time it just got less and less and less and less. And I think that's going to happen with Soujourn because those shots are way too powerful, and they penetrate like through like 2 or 3. They just penetrate people, so you can get like multi-kills with one shot. Like there was a moment where there was a diva in front of me on the new Brazil map, Lucio's Brazil map, where I shot the diva and then the bullet went through and hit Mercy in the head like a mile away and killed her in like one shot. So the fact that she gets so many charges for so long, I think that's going to get toned down a bit when people start like really getting good with her. Like people are good now, so when people have had like a month of playing her, like you're going to get some really disgusting headshots and clips. There's loads more on Soujourn. Like the E is so satisfying to play. Like you can peel for yourself, you can deal with Genji. You can trap people running away. You can fire it in choke points to basically claim a choke point for 3 seconds while you reposition. 10 out of 10. Great gameplay loop. I'll move on. Kiriko. Wow, go watch that. If you've not watched that cinematic yet, go watch the cinematic. Like the Kiriko cinematic is just absolutely beautiful. I love the gameplay loop. She can teleport to her teammates through walls, and you've also got like an invulnerable millisecond during your teleport window. So let's say you've got a teammate in both of you and your teammate are in line of like a diva bomb. You can like teleport to your teammate as like the Diva Bomb goes off, and like you get like a god mode for a second, so you actually dodge the Diva Bomb just by teleporting. So it's really hard to do, but if your timing's spot on, you can like dodge some insane stuff with that. Her cleanse is like, they've needed a cleanse for so long. Like anti-nade and anti-heal has been so strong for so long. Like Ana's anti-nade is like an ultimate worthy thing for me. She gets it like every 12 seconds, and she can heal it. Like, wow. Ana's nade is just insane. Like, I'm gonna put Ana up here while I've like moved on to it, but I want to talk about Kiriko some more as well, because Ana's like gameplay loop is just so fun. Kiriko's ultimate, I love that we've got another speed boost. Same with Junker Queen. I'm gonna put her up here as well because she feels dead fun to play. I'm gonna like get spread out now and just start rambling about loads of things. I love that. In the past, it was just Lucio that kind of did the speed boost, where now we've got 2 extra speed boosts. Like, I love it. Like, we've needed some, like, what's the word? Like, we needed some variation in the speed boost side of the game. And now that everything's 5v5 and everything's just quicker, like, this speed boost stuff is, like, 10x. Like, it's just, I love how fast Overwatch is feeling. It's just great. Who else have we got? So these anti-nade abilities are just so OP. Like, it cancels Roadhog. So if you're dealing with Roadhog, this is a great counter to him, these two. But then you've got the Kiriko, who can then cleanse this. So it's just so good. You can like counter the counter. Do you know what I mean? So if you see a Roadhog go in one of these and deal with him, especially Ana, Ana's filthy. So is Zenyatta. Like Ana, Zenyatta, good luck as Hog. Well, like you're gonna get melted. So she'll anti-nade me, but then my Kiriko will cleanse me and I'll push them, and it's like, boom, her cooldown is what, 12 seconds? My cooldown is like 6 seconds. I've got like a window there. So you've got like this 6-second window that this character buys you, and it's just so fun. Like, and the more heroes that get added over time, it's like, you're just going to have these counters on counters on counters, and it's just, oh, it's going to be so fun. What else? What else has she got? Her left click and her right click. So you can 2-shot DPS across the map. Like, you've got like the magic Zenyatta balls where they don't like apply to gravity, and the Genji shurikens where gravity doesn't exist. So get good with your right click, and it's quite fast. Like chink chink, you throw them out that quick, and it's like you headshot the Widow that isn't paying attention. Like dead quick, she's dead. And then you're so mobile where you can like follow your Genji in, or yeah, you can just like assist your flankers. So you see Tracer's in a bit of a 1v1, you can go in, assist, finish the kill, and then like you're there, you're backlined, you've got like a pincer movement going on because you've just made a pick. So I love the playmaking ability that she's added, and I can't say it enough, go watch the cinematic. It's just so good. Blizzard have always carried when it comes to like the animation. Like, look at World of Warcraft in like 2004. The trailer that came out for that was absolutely just beautiful. Like, and to this day, they're still making like peak animation. Like, nobody rivals Blizzard when it comes to these animations, man. Like, so they're just so good. What else? Kiriko. Her left click, dead satisfying. I like that it follows you around like the Halo gun off like, what is it, the Needler, the purple thing that like follows you around on Halo to like kill enemies. I love that. You've got a healing version of that, dead fun. Yeah, she feels strong. Like, I thought her healing was quite like low at first, but it recharges so quick. Like, wow, it's just so good. What else? Yeah, her ult, I love the effect. Like, it looks so pretty. It's just yeah, stunning. Ana, nano boost will just, oh, it's just so fun. It's just, fun is gonna be said, like, take a shot every time I say fun, but Nano Boost has so many playmaking potentials. It gives you so many synergistic combos with people. It can save your ass in a sticky situation. You can actually pop off on Ana, like, the amount of important picks you can make, like, against Pharahs and backlines and flankers. Like, when a flanker goes on an Ana, like, it's a very even 1v1. Like, the flankers spent resources getting to the Ana, and the Ana's like, well, she could have no resources because she's healing her team. But when you get an Ana and a flanker in a 1v1, it's anyone's game, bro. It's who can land the shots at the end of the day. I mean, I guess same with any other character, but Ana has a fair chance. And her hitbox is so disgustingly small that if Roadhog, like, hooks her, a lot of the time you won't even get the kill combo because she's so, like, hunched over and, like, small that you can't even land your shotgun pellets. And that applies to a lot of shots. Like, Genji's going in, will miss the right clicks because she's, like, ducked down. Tracer's will miss because she's so small, blah, blah, blah. So hitbox is another thing. Like, Roadhog, big meaty boy, very easy to hit, but he's a tank, he can take it. Kiriko, very skinny model. She can, like, very hard to hit, very hard to assassinate. And then when she like teleports out, you can't even tell which way she's gone. It gives you like no indication. Like you don't know if she's teleported behind you, she's gone through a wall left and right. So you like spin around and get like disorientated. Just such a good ad. Like so clever. I'm just great. I'm loving it. Every new character that comes to this game is just awesome. Junker Queen. Actually, what else on Anna? Sleep Dart. Come on, like wow. Sleep Dart is just insane, bro. You can do so many things with it, and it's just the best troll ability in the game. Like there's nothing better than a nano Genji coming in, you just like sleep him, and then everyone just looks over him. Like the point of view his like screen gets where everyone's just looking over him as he's asleep on the floor, and then boom, 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 Roadhog shotgun, like Annonade, like Hanzo arrow, like boom, dead. Like just such a satisfying team moment, like when you get to pull that off. And a left click and a right click, like left click does the projectile, fast healing, like dynamic, and then for those clutch moments you can like fly through the air, quick scope, right click, get that necessary like last minute like toe shot where you like someone got away on 5 health and you just finish them off. Like so satisfying. I'll move on. This guy, Bastion, he's one of my new favourites. Like in Overwatch 1, he was like very mid. I'd pull him out like every couple of games, like what, every 1 to 20, 30 games, like just for a bit of fun, bit of a niche one, bit of a night ender, bit of banter. Most of the time it would go terribly wrong. Every now and then you'd have a game where you pop off. It was good, middle of the pack, but now he's right click, insanely fun and satisfying to use. His shift now, you can move in sentry form, so it's just awesome. His artillery ult, it's just great, like it's just fun to use. If you've like teams been wiped or you need to put pressure down or don't know, you need that like vital pick, it's just very fun. You can make people move around, get out of like high ground. You can just clear space, make opportunities, like very fun. What else? His left click is just disgusting. Recon mode, no recoil. It's just wow. You can actually just own people with that. But then the biggest thing with Bastion, like I've done guides on a lot of these, like 10 of them. There's like Zarya. Yeah, I've done a oh no, I've not done a Zarya guide actually. I've done Roadhog, Soujourn, blah blah blah. Go check them out if you want. But the Bastion one where I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, with his cooldowns. So let's say Zarya's pressing on you. He's a great counter to Zarya. I've found that actually because Zarya's melting at the minute. She literally dominates. So a surprise little pick you can do is Bastion where wait for her to use her bubbles, wait for her to overcommit, and then as soon as you see her bubble, just be like 1, 2, 3, and then pop sentry form, roll out and light her up because she's got no bubble. You catch her off guard, she's dead. Yeah. The Bastion rework is incredible. Great work there. So much better. Like, you have to be more team reliant-ish because you don't have your self-heal to go off on weird little flanks now, but wow, they've made up for it with all the other fun abilities they've given him. 10 out of 10. Who else? Soldier, the classic. He's always been good. He's always like, he's dominating even more now in the 5v5 meta because he doesn't have a tank like constantly shutting him down. The biggest thing was getting through. The amount of meat you had to get through was just impossible. Like, I could hold left click the entire game, and because there was 2 tanks and because there was 2 healers, like, I could effectively never get through that like amount of health. Like, my character literally cannot do enough damage to get through that health. But now, with there being 1 tank and with there being like more space, you can, and everything being faster, you can actually like do so much more work now as every character. Like, it's just so much better having 2 less bodies on the field. Now that when everyone's like, Overwatch 1 was great at the start, 'cause it was like 6v6, there wasn't that many like tanks. And Elvis, stop gurring behind me, man. Like, sorry, my dog's just like gurring at the window. I lost my train of thought then. Whatever. Like, Overwatch 2 better than Overwatch 1. Elvis, stop gurring. I don't know if you can pick up on that audio, but he's being cheeky. Get down. Both of you, down. Come on, down. Good boys. Right. Moving on. God, this is going to take a while. I'm like going to run out of hard drive space. Who else have we got? Ashe. Oh, another 10 out of 10 character. Like, the gameplay loop on Ashe is so satisfying. Throwing that dynamite into the air, lining up your shot and like exploding it over them is just, oh, what a gameplay loop. So fun to play. You can like kill people around corners. And then you've got Bob. Bob's so fun. He does so much work. He's around for so long and he's so tanky and he's just so funny. He's just great. I love the Bob, the Bob ad. Ashe and Bob were just so fun. What else? Shift, coach gun is disgusting. It's great peel, does insane amounts of damage, can actually blow up your dynamite. Wait for, I'd say when Winston's like coming in on you, like he's used his leap, try to time it so you blast him away before he uses his bubble so you don't like get blocked by the bubble, essentially. But you can just, he's jumping on you, you can just blast him away, it'll blast you away, you've cleared space. Like, she's got great survivability, although she doesn't have a heal like Soldier 76. Like, Soldier 76 has like great heal potential, great solo potential, great flanking. If you need to solo carry your game, Soldier can do more, I reckon. Well, it actually depends. If you're partnered with like an Ana, your Soldier Ana combo is just disgusting. So these are a good duo combo, Ana and Soldier. Ana and Ashe is like, you don't... She has to really land the shots, whereas he can just pop tac visor and melt everything. Same with like Soujourn. Like, out of these three, like the hit scans, Soldier and Ana would be like your best combo. Just because these really rely on hitting the shots, whereas Soldier's nano visor is just disgusting. Take advantage of it. Who else have I been playing? Pharah is my most played in ranked right now. Pharah was my OG back in the day, in like Season 1, Season 2 of Overwatch. And I used to play a lot of like TF2, so it was a great transition from Soldier. I feel like a lot of people when Overwatch came out came from like gun games like Counter-Strike and Call of Duty, things like that. But I played a lot of TF2, so people weren't used to like looking up with the Pharah just raining down. And people still aren't, with like how popular Warzone is through like Activision. A lot of people are just used to like this horizontal gameplay, whereas if you played Overwatch in the past or TF2, you're used to like the vertical side. I guess like COD is getting more vertical now, but it was really like, it was just such a different gameplay back in the day. But I feel like stomping people in Season 1 with Pharah, I'm feeling like that now. I'm stomping people in Season like 1 of Overwatch 2 because people aren't used to like looking up. Like, they've been playing other games where they don't really look up that much. So take advantage, because over time Pharah got less and less picked, but then that's because there was more tanks and more hitscan got added. I don't know. And Widowmaker, well, I'll add her now because this is it. This is like such a fun little 1v1 to me. Like, I have no problems killing Widow. Like, if anything, in this matchup, I prefer playing the Pharah. Like, in this matchup, I think the Pharah wins, but maybe that's because I'm a Pharah player. Widowmaker has to actually just land a shot, and you can just decide to not give her a window. Like, playing against Widowmaker is just not going in sight lines. Like, she's quite easy to maneuver around, and then once you are in a decent position, you jump up, assassinate her before she can do anything. And then usually if you're Pharah, you've got a Mercy as well, so you've got to make sure your Mercy don't fly out in front of the Widow. But yeah, Pharah in a Widowmaker situation, I'd pick Pharah any day. I don't know. I think she's just so good at assassinating her quick. But it's just getting there in the first place. But you need to know the maps. You need to know where the Widows like to chill. So it's a game sense thing. All of these are game. That's why you can never like. I feel like you can't put. I'm repeating myself, so I'm gonna skip. Tracer, very fun to play. Very squishy, like hit or miss. Very hit or miss with this character. You either pop off or you don't. Sticky bomb, amazing. Recall. I always say recoil and recall. It's so weird. Yeah, she's just really fun to play. The free blinks are just dead satisfying. You can make crazy amounts of plays, but then you can also like blink off the map and like feed terribly. So I think she requires an insane amount of hours to like get good with, and I'd rather just be better at Genji, do you know what I mean? So I've always been a Genji main over a Tracer main. I feel like, I don't know, these are always like, it's like yin and yang. Like, there's always a Trace player that never plays Genji, and there's always a Genji player that never plays Tracer. So I'm kind of the Genji one of this, like, this setup, because Tracer, fun, but she's just far too squishy for me. Like, I don't like being out of the fight from one little straight arrow. Like, I don't know, Genji feels like he can survive more, but then it's just a skill thing. Like, if you're either good at Tracer, or you're good at Genji, or you're good at both, or you're bad at both. Actually, I didn't even talk about these. Well, yeah, I've talked about her. Genji, so fun. Deflect, it's just deflect, man. Like, you can kill every person in the game with their own ability. Like, what's not to love? You can, let's say, there's unlimited playmaking potential. Like, let's say the Zarya on the other team is like ready to get a 6-man grab, you deflect and you turn it back on them. Like, wow. And that's on like just a 10-second cooldown. So Genji is just one of those. You're either a ninja or you're not. And if you get those moments where you are a ninja, wow, like insane moments. You get absolutely insane moments. You get the 6k nano blade where everyone's lined up perfectly. There's no cooldowns left. You dash up into the air, nano boost, but whatever he shouts, and then slash, just dashing and slashing. So fun. His left click and his right click, really satisfying pokes. Like, I love that you can one-hit people, so you can do a right-click, shift, melee, and it's just insta-kills a lot of people. If you get him in the head, it's an insta-kill. Right-click, shift is just an insta-kill if you get him in the head. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Cassidy, you either click heads or you don't. His left click alone is what... If he just had his left click, he'd still be good because he just has to click people and they die. They've got rid of stun grenade now, so his magnetic grenade is like, it's a dead satisfying explosion. When I finally stick it and it gets someone, like, it's really, really fun. And I think it's very healthy getting rid of, like, the old flashbang which just locked you out of the game. Like, it was Overwatch 1, there was just too much. Like, you just didn't get to play because you was stunned or you was locked out of the game or you were hacked or blah, blah, blah. It just, yeah, I'm so glad with the direction they've gone. It feels more like a shooter again rather than like a bit of a fucking, I don't know, an RPG almost. Yeah, what else? High Noon, huge playmaking ability, huge bait, fun little tricks you can do with it. Go check out my Cassidy guide for a full breakdown on that. But yeah, really fun, cool aesthetic, great voice actor. Like, that's it. There's so many things to talk about with all these. Like, this video could literally go on for like a day. Like, the voice actors, the aesthetic, the little subtle animations they add, like the personalities, like it's just so great Overwatch compared to other games. Like, I don't know, Overwatch 2 is just, I'm so glad it's back. Like, I'm so glad it's back in my rotation of games. Like, it had gotten so stale and now it's not. So yeah, loving it. Cassidy, what else? His role, yeah. I mean, yeah, there's some changes where you can like roll in midair now, I think, but I don't know if they reverted that. But he's feeling good. If you can left click people, he's great. You know, there's less people relying on like the flashbang right click combo because you can't stun people anymore. So I rarely use my right click. Like, I don't think I've used my right click once, to be honest. Like, yeah, I just don't use my right click anymore. The only time you'd use it is if you're like pumping into a Reinhardt, but I won't be in a position where there's a Reinhardt in my face like that. I'd be kiting backwards before he's even there. So yeah, I'm not sure. Fan the Hammer is finally dead, I guess. Reaper. He's just when everything's going wrong, I'll either go Torbjorn, Bastion, or Reaper because I'm not ending my shots, blah blah blah. Reaper just goes in, clicks people. As long as you like slip in and get in close, he's fine. But there's nothing worse than a Reaper that just comes in through mid and gets headshot. You've got to come in through like a sneaky way. Use your teleport, use your silent footsteps, use your Wraith Walk, get somewhere juicy, and then just get in someone's face and one tap them. He's very forgiving, Reaper. I think if you're the best DPS to start on would probably be Reaper, just because he's so forgiving. But then it's all positioning, so it depends on if you can sneak up on people or not. His ultimate, just very fun, very wombo-y. You either get a 6k or you get absolutely dumpstered. Like, his teleport could do some insane things with that, but yeah. Reaper's just very... Once you've played an hour of him, you've kind of got his kit, like, feels like. All these others can do, like... I don't know. Maybe I'm just anti-Reaper, but... He feels very beginner-friendly, very intro character. Like, Hanzo, yeah, hit or miss. Like, I'd just choose Genji over Hanzo. He's, like, so inconsistent, but then you get, like, 5 headshots in a row shooting these little tree logs that you're firing out. Storm Arrow is such a beautiful ability. Like, I love Scatter Arrow. Bring back Scatter Arrow. I love it. But Storm Arrow is like a satisfying replacement now that they've added the Ricochet, so you can like use it to bounce off walls. Like, I got a disgusting clip on Coliseum Push where there was a Mei like a long way away around a corner, and I just Storm Arrowed the fuck out of the wall, and it bounced off her and killed her. Like, moments like that, great gameplay loop. The problem with Scatter Arrow was you just shoot the floor and it'd insta-kill like an Orisa. So the fun mechanic of the Scatter Arrow, which was like making it bounce, they added to Storm Arrow. So Hanzo's a great character. The leap they've added makes him very fun to play. Obviously, you can wall climb like Kiriko and Genji. So wall climbing is always fun, but it's always janky. I feel it's always a bit weird. Like, it just struggles with certain surfaces, especially on like new maps. Like Coliseum, I find wall climbing on Coliseum sucks. Like, so... they need to smoothen out some of the edges, I think, so you don't clip on everything and surf. This is it. You surf on so many like good spots on Overwatch. It's like they've like all the nice looking roofs like you can't even get onto because it'd just be too OP for like people to get up to. But when you're like wall climbing on them, you do this weird surfing weird thing. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Torbjorn. I need to move on. This is getting well too long. Torbjorn. I always go Torbjorn when I'm whiffing or the DPS is like just doing nothing. It's like, oh, I'll go Torbjorn, bro, because Torb turret alone is so insane. Like, it draws so much attention to it, and if you can actually keep Torb turret alive, you just have menace to all the characters that give you trouble a lot of the time, like Tracers, Genjis. Like, he's so good at dealing with people like that are just, if someone's wrecking your supports, just stay with them and keep putting Torb turrets down. Like, you'll be fine. His left click, dead satisfying, firing down chokes. When the tanks get in there, you can like pop your right click on them. So it always feels a bit underwhelming, his right click, but if you can land your headshots, like boom, you actually melt people. If you can get like a tracer, like boom, like sometimes you get moments where someone's head basically covers your entire screen. If you can get like a left click or a right click on a tracer in those moments, it's so satisfying. And he's the only character in the game to have like a melee, like he can just pull out his melee weapon, which I absolutely love. Whenever I play Torb, I always pop Molten Core, whatever it is, I always make him angry with E, where he gets loads of health and angry and speeds up, and I pull my hammer out and I just donk, 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 go full on hammer mode. Like my main goal when I'm playing Torbjorn is achieving hammer kills, so it's just very fun. His voice actor's great, he's just such a funny personality, like, yeah, great. And then his laying out the welcome mat, his lava floor. The floor is lava. Just, yeah, you can block up choke points. Quite satisfying to just, like, shoot your gun everywhere. Yeah, I'll move on. Junkrat. Like, 10 out of 10 for the personality. 11 out of 10 for the personality. If even he's, like, he's one of the most funny ones to me. No, he is the funniest one to me. His animation intro, when you're just like picking in Hero Select, where he just blows up a satchel charge behind him and goes, "Ooh, so funny." Ashe is another contender. I keep saying this a lot in my vids, but Junkrat and Ashe, the way they like show, like when you're in Hero Select, she like pings a bullet into the air, like flips it, and then loads it into a gun. They need to do that for all the characters, because these two are like stand out at the minute for me. Oh, Hammond is good, where he rolls in and just pops out of his like ball. Yeah, whatever. Who else? Oh yeah, so Junkrat, his satchel charge is amazing. You can do like double satchel charge jumps. And then his Junkrat tire is basically Lucio. You get to play Lucio for 10 seconds. You can do like crazy parkour up buildings. Awesome fun. His Junkrat trap has changed massively, man. Like, you could, in Overwatch 1, you'd throw it out and it wouldn't go very far, but now you can like actually launch like his E quite far. So I saw in the beta, it was like people would like stand on it and get attached to a string and then get dragged a little bit, but it's nice to see they've reverted to like, no, you've got your leg stuck in a fucking bear trap, you're stuck, mate. You're not limping away, your fucking leg's in a bear trap, so you actually get stuck. So it's one of the only hard CCs left. Shut up! Oi! Get down! Stop! Literally just woofing at some guy walking past the house. But yeah, and then once he gets stuck in that Junkrat trap, it's game over, because you can lay a satchel charge there for like preemptively in advance. So one of the best things on Junkrat is running to the spawn door at the start, putting a trap down, putting a satchel charge down, getting a mercy to boost it, and then just waiting for them to run out of spawn and boom, blow them up, insta-kill. Sometimes you can get like 2 or 3 kills doing that as well. And then just find your arcs. So with Junkrat, you don't want to be like out in the open. Just find an angle and fire bombs, like so it's hitting them at all times, but you're not in sight. And then, oh yeah, when he dies, he leaves like grenades on the floor, so you can do some like kamikaze stuff. So funny. And then his voice lines are just great. Anybody want some barbecue? So funny. God, this is taking ages. Lucio. Play Lucio Surf in the custom games to like unlock the true fun potential of this character. Like his wall riding, like be-opping around the map like that, it's just, oh, I'm saying fun again, but wow, 10 out of 10. It feels so satisfying when you can like Lucio jump around the map and like just take advantage of your mobility. And like he's got an insanely anybody can pick up Lucio and play, but then he's got this insane skills, probably the highest skill ceiling in the game, because he can like fly around the map, he can land headshots, and then he can boot people off the map, he can peel for he's got so much playmaking potential. It's just extremely hard to pull off like well. Like it's very easy to be that Lucio that feeds all like constantly. Like only insane people can like pull off Lucio to that level. So what a character. His boop, 10 out of 10. They made his boop stronger, so you can actually boop like bear people off the map in important places now. Tanks aren't getting booped as much, which is like better for tanks. So yeah, great changes. Yeah, I'm getting like fizzled out now, so I'm just gonna. So I've picked the characters I enjoy the most. Now we're getting to the ones that I just don't care that much about. Like all of these people here are like my least played now. Like by far. Like Doomfist, I'll talk about him because he's a tank now. I used to play quite a lot of Doomfist, especially when he came out, because he was just so broken. Like, he'd one-hit people, he was very forgiving. His ultimate was just, if you had a pinky toe in the circle on his ultimate, you'd die. But nowadays, like, you have to get really accurate with the ult to make a kill with it. So they've changed him to a tank now, where I don't know, it feels different but better. Like no one enjoyed Doomfist coming in and one hitting you. It felt like you couldn't really do anything other than like, I don't know, it felt really unsatisfying just getting wombo comboed by a Doomfist. Like when you were getting dominated by a Doomfist, you were getting dominated by a Doomfist. So now that he's a tank, he's more like in your face all the time, doing what he used to do, but you're not out of the game immediately. So it's not like you feel like you can actually play against him now. Whereas in the past, it's like you see a Doomfist, you die, and that, like, I don't know, you had moments like you just felt like you couldn't really do anything. It was just so unsatisfying to get womboed by the Doomfist. It didn't feel like a shooter when you constantly had some like Hulk just smashing you against walls and killing you in one shot. Yeah, what else? So I don't know. I've not really played the tank much. Like I've played like 13 seconds in a custom game, but I got confused with in the past you'd like shift or like you'd uppercut, but now they've replaced uppercut with leap. So a lot of the times I'm like jumping away from the team fight because I'm trying to like uppercut them into the air. So there's an adjustment period for a lot of players to get used to him. If you're a fresh player, getting used to like Doomfist would probably be great for you because he's so new to everyone. So therefore everyone's in the same boat learning him. So yeah, cool. What else? Yeah, moving on. Sombra feels insane to play against right now. She does so much damage compared to what she used to. Like, there are moments where I'm just like dead. Like, I'll be running back from spawn and she'll just kill me instantly. I'm like, fucking hell, I just wasn't expecting it. Like, insane playmaking potential now. She can always harass people. Like, I'm probably fizzling out now. What else? Zenyatta. His balls are really fun. Like, they've like changed them. They're like, I feel like I'm firing peas now. He's like, they've changed the size of his balls massively. Discord is just so broken. If you can keep your Zen alive, he'll keep you alive through Zenyatta Orb, which is the Discord. It's just so good. His healing's crap. Like, you can't heal. You can't keep people alive as Zen, but you can kill people and help kill the team faster with Zen. So depending on what playstyle, like I love that there's just a playstyle for everyone in this game, no matter what role you play, tank, support, DPS. You've got a million different playstyles to like play with. And Zen is the like kill them before they kill you kind of playstyle. If I'm playing Roadhog and Scully's playing Zen, like we're just invincible because a lot of the times with Roadhog, people get away on like 5 health. But with a Zenyatta Orb, you just one-shot everyone. It's disgusting. So Roadhog Zenyatta, and it's a good combo. If you like duo in like that. Winston, oh God, I played a game with him before, and I had right-click bound to jump because I don't know. It was something to do in Overwatch 1. And I didn't have his like secondary laser beam charge, but I'm surprised how often and how strong it actually is. Like Winston can put a lot of pressure down now, so great changes. His ult is like Genji Blade, where you're either a sick beast at it or you're a feeder, where you can literally get 2 or 3 kills with Primal Urge, whatever it's, I don't know, Primal Frenzy, whatever. So yeah, it's like Genji Blade, where you just master the jump mechanics, master the juggling, master like where people are, and just boom. You can do some insane things. Great playmaking potential. His leap is insane. It's on the cooldown is crazy. You can just fly all over the map. Really fun. And then his Tesla cannon, where if you get a team fight where there's like 5 in a cluster and you're just shocking all of them, it's so fun, so satisfying. The only thing is knowing when to go in and out as Winston. Like a good Winston will survive, a bad Winston will die, and it's just flirting with that that you need to just know when to push and when to not push, and then using your health as bait to get people out of position. Like there's so much that goes into playing Winston. So all of them really, like everything applies. I don't know. I can't make an opinion because everything applies to all of them, and it depends on the game, depends on the team, depends on the fight, depends on the day. Like who else? I really don't play these characters. Mei, they've changed her like massively, which is such a healthy change for the game. In the past, she'd just hold her left click down, freeze you, and then right click you in the head. It was just so boring. Like, as soon as she's in range, you're basically dead already, because as soon as she's got one tick of like frost on you, there's not much you can do. Even if you Cassidy and you land a headshot, like you're not going to get the second headshot off by the time you froze, and then you just die. It was just felt dead losing control of your character. Now she just slows you down by 50%, but it's like a pyro. She feels more like a pyro off TF2 now, where she just flames you down, but with ice, which it's just better for the game. And then she hasn't lost that iconic freeze ability. She can now do it only when she ults. So I just think it's much healthier for the game like that. And then her right click has always been disgusting. You can one-shot Tracer at any moment. Like, that's always filthy, and it does so much damage. Combine that with a left click in a team fight, and people melt. Like, she feels very pyro-y now. And then her E, her wall, she can, like, it's easier to break now, which they definitely needed to do. Now you can actually shoot through it and push through it if you wanted to, whereas in the past, like, it's just so much effort getting through the Mei wall. It felt like an actual fucking wall of ice. So, yeah, she feels better. That's all I can say. D.Va, I've never really clicked with D.Va. I hate the baby D.Va thing. Like, I'd rather just die than, like, run around as baby D.Va trying to get my mech back. But I like that you kill people with your mech now, so she might actually be fun. I think she's got more burst, so when she boosts in on people, she does more damage when she hits them. And you can melee burst. You can, like, melee fly into them, melee again, and like light them up with like your rockets and your left click, and boom, they're just melted. They'll die so quick if you get in close. Defense matrix is just insane. The fact that you can eat like every ability in the game is just insanely good. You can like counter, well, I'd say Zarya would face melt D.Va any day, but the fact that she can just eat a graviton, like a huge ability like graviton, is just insane. Like, as long as you time it and as long as you hide, like, this is it. Every single class or every single hero has the ability to beat the other hero. It just depends on how the moment goes. Like, Orisa, I love the changes. She felt like just such a boring little bug, like just a bug that burrowed into the ground, put a shield down, and pew pew pew. So boring. Like, I just never even touched her in Overwatch 1. But Overwatch 2, I want to play her. Like, she looks hella fun. Her javelin is very satisfying to use. The little helicopter ultimate is like, it's a doesn't really, I mean, you've got to use it just to pull people in and confirm kills. Like, very rarely do you actually get to like charge it up and slam it down, but the fact that you can, there's a lot of playmaking abilities you can do with it. Like, a lot of people are moaning about it, but I feel like we've not figured out what you're supposed to do with it yet. She still feels like the pull in alone is enough. Like, the fact that we can like do some insane Symmetra like teleports, you can like maybe flank, or you can catch people out, so you're ulting on the left side, going around the back, and then your team has to push them into it, so it's like they're kind of like pincered. I think there's playmaking abilities with it. We just have to figure them out. Reinhardt, he's always going to be good as long as his team can back him up. Reinhardt has been he's like the most team-based like character. If your team's good, you'll do great. If your team's bad, like, there's not really much you can do. So his charge is so much better now. In the past, it was just so cringe. Like, you just charge off the map and there's nothing you could do about it. Like, you could press charge and then you'd know, like, oh fuck, 8 seconds from now I'm gonna be dead because I'm just fucking charging off the map. There's not really much you could do about it. But now you can cancel your charge. You've got double fire strike. Your ultimate, you smash this massive hammer down, and if people are under that hammer, they will now die, which is like a great little add. You're not getting booped and hacked and stunned and froze and pinged all over the place anymore. He feels much better to play. Feels much more dynamic and much more fun. Baptiste is insane. When you combo, I play a lot of hit scan, so when you combo with the amplifying matrix, oh my god, it's just so satisfying. Bastion, when you're shooting through a thingy window with your sentry mode, wow, 10 out of 10 gameplay, like, so fun. I love the noises it makes. Same as when you get nano boosted with 100 charge as Zarya. Like, you sound like you're holding the power of the sun in like your hands, like just laser beaming them down. It's so good. Immortality Lamp is disgusting. Such an OP ability. Like, you cancel ultimates with like one little ability. There was a moment on New Queen Street, the new push map, where I was like, we were going in on him, and then he put his lamp down, but nobody could tell because his lamp was like hidden in one of like the maple trees. Like, man, just what? Insane. They need to like make it I don't know, like, we just couldn't see it because it was like hiding in the tree leaves. It was so awkward. What else has he got? His jump is satisfying, his left click's satisfying, his right click is great for burst healing. Like, when he came out, I was like, oh, not my cup of tea, but the amount of damage and healing he actually does, like, he seems like he should be like right up my street, but I don't know. There's just so many fun characters in this game that I've just not had time. Like, I have no doubt that all of these like hella fun. It's just I've been busy playing all of these. You know what I mean? Like, there's just like Sigma, he's as good as Zarya. The amount of damage Sigma can do, but it's just like, oh well, I'll play him next time. I want to play this, but I just never actually get round to playing these. Like, that's how just fun all these other ones are. But we've talked about Sigma. We might as well put him in there. So The left click, you've got like the scatter arrow ricochet mechanic with your left click, like doof doof. You can like two-shot people. He's so insanely strong, but it's down to can you hit your shots? And then you've got your playmaking ability with your E and your boulder where you can like stop the nano Genji by stunning him on the floor. There's a moment where I was playing Pharah and I went in for a fat ult, assassinated the backline, but then Sigma like pushed his shield towards me, so I like killed myself on my own shield because I can't cancel my Pharah ult. So on his shield, sorry, like it's just cool character. I love his like shield mechanics where you can like extend your shield and like position it, and his vibe, he's all like gravity, crazy psycho astrophysicist vibe. Is very cool. He's just good, great fun. His shift, he like absorbs projectiles and then turns it into shield. Bit of survivability, but it's mainly his left click. Oh, and his ult is like one of the strongest in the game. Like, hit everyone up into the air for 100 health, like when you slam him down, insane. Or like half your health. I don't know if it's percentage based or 100 health, but it bloody wrecks. And if you get shot once in the air, you're basically dead. Like, Echo, what's not to love? You can like copy any character on the game and be them for 15 seconds. Very cool idea, great add to the game. Opens up a lot of like insane things that can happen. But reality, when you play her in reality, she does insane damage, but her playstyle just, I don't know, it just never clicked with me. She seems like something I'd love, but the long range projectiles aren't very satisfying to me. Although I play Pharah, so maybe that's like, I don't know, she fires rockets and explosives, whereas she's like pew 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 pew. I like if I'm firing from range like that, I want some splash damage to like actually feel like I'm doing something. Whereas you're playing Hanzo from range, you're playing Echo from range, like, well, Hanzo more than anything, like whiff, 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 shoot him in the foot, whiff, 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 hit 5 headshots in a row. Whereas Echo's like very fast, like she's actually great for dealing with Pharah. A lot of people, a lot of games when I'm playing Pharah, they really have no answer for me, especially if I'm getting pocketed by a Mercy. But when I have to start shooting in the air, like it takes so long to kill her. Because she's so fast and hard to hit, especially as Pharah, you need to like land 2 godly air shots. But the aerial duels that you can have, like if there's another, I had a game on Gibraltar where there was like a Pharah and an Echo, so the aerial duels we were having with the Mercy in the air, like wow, so fun. The fact that she can fly, we needed another like proper flying character. Like Pharah was the main one. D.Va could do it a little bit, but with Echo, it's like, yeah, right, we're getting a decent amount of flyers in. My dogs are like leaning on me, so I need to let them out, but we'll wrap up quick. Mercy, just like the heal bot, a lot of people resonate with her. She's very like help your team, partner up with your mate, boost them when they're doing good, heal them when they're getting attacked. Guardian Angel unlocks an insane amount of play potential if you like. You can either heal a load of people, or you can be like, right, Widowmaker, you've shot me enough times, I'm gonna pop shot. I'm gonna pop ult and then like fly at them and just like ding 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 ding. Yeah, Mercy's just good. Whenever there's a Mercy on support, I'm just happy. Like she goes well with the ones I play. Yeah. I'll let you out in a minute. We've literally done. Stop. Right, Moira, Grace's main. She's very like, wow, 1v1 potential is disgusting. When I'm like playing DPS, she's so skinny and hard to hit, and she does so much damage. Like 1v1, like she's gonna dumpster most DPS, but the problem is you're taking up a support spot. You need to be like healing your team and keeping them alive. But she has so much 1v1 potential. Like go into a deathmatch as Moira and you'll actually dominate because you can heal yourself. You've got auto aim. And you can just bully the crap out of people because it's so hard to hit you. Your model is so skinny and annoying to hit. And then you can always fade away whenever you're in trouble to a health pack or to teammates or wherever. Just get out of dodge. Like Wrecking Ball, great add to the game. Basically, I was like, oh, they've added a Spider-Man mechanic. So fun. And then when you like Spider-Man into the team and then pile drive them, you can knock them into the air and then light them up and kill them before they even hit the ground. Like very satisfying gameplay loop if you can pull it off. Obviously, you can get environment kills, very satisfying. They've nerfed him like he keeps getting nerfed after nerfed after nerf because he was so strong for so long, but they've got him in quite a good spot now, and he's still satisfying to play, so yeah, feels good. His mines, you can like fly up into the air, drop these mines that are just great playmaking potential with them. You can like claim a point for 10 seconds, really. Symmetra and Brigitte, I don't know. Where do I stand with these? Brigitte, it's just probably I don't know. She's just just never clicked with her, never enjoyed her, don't like playing against her. Although I don't mind playing against her because I can just kill her, to be honest. But whenever there's a Brigitte on my team, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There was a lot of like, I think there's a lot of bad blood from the old days where she was just too strong for too long, and she was just brain dead. Like, everyone else had to aim and do like skill shots. She was just like running a direction, holding left click, and it was just too forgiving for how good she was, and it just felt bad. And then Symmetra, I've just never clicked with her. Like, I'd rather play Torbjorn than Symmetra, but I like the teleport. It adds an insane amount of things to the game, having a teleport, so great. Whereas Brigitte is like, she had a stunt and a knockback. She was like the answer to Tracer, just killing everybody all the time, but I don't know. I think the whole game's in a healthier spot now, so yeah, that's about it. I've got nothing left. I rambled about a lot. Like, it's a very scuffed video. But yeah, that's what's fun. Tell me what you enjoy. Tell me what you don't enjoy. Love you all. Hasta la vista. Peace.